Well, I've been covering lots of complicated topics recently, so I thought I would show you something instead that's relatively easy and quick to achieve in Bryce 7.1 Pro, but still uses the premium render effects. So what I've got here is default lighting setup of the Stanford Dragon. Everything's in default grey, and what I'm going to do is show you how you can use what I consider an issue with the lighting capabilities of the True Ambience rendering method to actually create an interesting effect in the material channel. So the first thing I need to do is modify the Dragon's material. So come into the Material Lab, hold the Alt key down, yes, the Alt key, not the Control key as I said in one of the other videos, but and click on the colour swatch here, and that will bring up this little RGB colour menu. And this is important because we need very precise control over the colours. So I'll turn the red up to 255 maximum value, enter 1 for green and 0 for blue. And this is important because what we're going to do is boost the green, even though it's a very low level, so it actually starts to make the dragon look yellow, but where it's receiving less light it'll look red. So that's how I'm going to set the dragon's colour up. Now I'm going to introduce the True Ambience lighting, so that's easy enough. Render options, premium effects, True Ambience. I'll preview it at 16 rays per pixel, True Ambient scattering correction, and a maximum ray depth of 4 for render efficiency. And I need to create a high dynamic range image backdrop of just pure white. So I'll turn the atmosphere off, set the atmosphere to white, go into the Skylab, image based lighting tab, use HDRI image and use sky, check that, and that'll create just a white HDRI backdrop. I'm going to lower the quality. I'm not going to worry about specularity. I am going to turn the effect right up, and I'm going to increase the amount of effect available to me by using apply to light source and then turning the intensity right up. So I'm now producing masses of True Ambience lighting, which is going to cause that tiny bit of green in the colour channel to become significant compared with the red. So I'll check out of this now. I'll give this a render. So okay, you can see already the effect is occurring. Now I'm going to modify the ground plane. So in the ground plane material, I'm going to get rid of the diffusion. I'm going to set the diffuse channel to black, and then by using metallicy, that'll take the diffuse colour into the reflection, and I'm going to set a low value for the reflection. So now it's only reflecting a bit of the light, it'll mostly be absorbing light. So I'm using the ground plane to take light away from the scene, and because it's reflective I'm going to set the atmosphere to black now, and then you won't see a reflection of the atmosphere, so that'll darken things down. And there you have the effect. So this is going to be quite a short video. Obviously it takes a little while to render because it's a True Ambience rendering effect, but it's quite easy to set up. So where it's receiving a lot of True Ambience light, the greens becoming predominant, even though it's a very small value, and it's creating yellow. So you could do this for any combination of red and green colouring to create different coloured dragons. So if that's not your preference, just alter which one's the dominant colour and put one other value in one of the other colours, or just experiment with it and have fun. So for final rendering then, I'll go into the render options, select 256 rays per pixel, set that going, and just pause the video. So that's it really, that's all there is to it. So I hope that seems fairly straightforward, and you'll be able to try this effect out for yourself.